Their ledger is off right now. I have proof they put on my ledger. I can't get another place because they put on my ledger that I was $88,000 behind in rent.
I'm sorry, what now?
$88,000 behind in rent.
Okay.
We're here for a motion to stay proceedings. Ms. Williams, you filed a motion to stop the eviction, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
You may proceed. What are you requesting?
I'm
What
asking.
reason?
I'm asking that the writ be canceled and eviction be canceled. We had a consent judgment in June. I was supposed to pay my portion. I paid my portion. I provided my commitment letters for the agencies. All agencies have mailed off their portion. I can only verify two of them because I personally mailed one of them in from Michigan Works, and CCRT is the only other one reflecting on my ledger. I tried to reach out, so there's no contact information for this actual um, landlord, American Avenue. Everything is through email. So I reached out and they were asking for a picture of the payment, which was not something that we knew from the beginning. So when these agencies mailed over their payments, they didn't take pictures. But I had secured enough assistance to have a $365 credit in my account when it was all said and done. I myself provided 3,600, and after I paid the 3,600, my portal was locked. So I was unable to pay July's rent, which is in escrow right now. Um, I did not know anything was going on until I received the eviction. I did everything in our consent judgment, and I still got an eviction filed against me.
Mr. Spano,
Judge, there was a consent judgment for the total amount $6,517.45. It was due on or before June 26th. I filed, actually, not even just after the date, but July 2nd. At that time, there was payments reflected in the ledger of $4,621. Miss Williams was not current. She did not pay the full amount. Furthermore, the judgment doesn't identify that if she pays some amount, it somehow forgoes an application for writ. The total amount needed to be paid regardless of who was paying it. Additionally, just anecdotally, right now, there's still, as of today, $4,793.03 owed. So, clearly, if
So I can't pay.
I,
They
hold
locked
on,
my
hold on,
portal.
Ms. Williams, hold on. Continue.
So, Judge, as I was saying, even if we take that amount that she put in escrow, which is supposedly, I don't know what it is, but let's assume it's a month's worth of rent, she still didn't make the full entire payment. There's July now that's owed. This was for up till June. So, we're my client as a policy does this, Judge. They make the portal and tell individuals that they have to send in certified funds for the very reason that they don't want to take their money only to have them evicted. So, and Miss Williams, I've talked to her about this, and I told her that. That's why they wanted the evidence of certified funds. This is not the first eviction with Miss Williams. She knows that the portal gets locked up if it goes
Never.
to eviction status. So,
So, so we
the whole point of not taking any money is so we don't take money and then still proceed with the set out. Unless they provide evidence of the payment and my client says, okay, well, we actually got payment now, we'll not proceed, or we'll, quash the writ or set it aside. But, it didn't happen here.
So how much does she owe currently?
Currently, as of today, at this minute, it's $4,793.03, Judge. And assume that doesn't account for the money in the escrow. So because I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
So she has $1,515.68 in escrow. So that leaves $3,277.35. Ms. Williams, do you have that? 3,000.
So they have a check for 1,500, as well as two other checks that equal 700 to go along with that.
Judge, all checks have been posted.
They have not. So
I
I
mean, my
actually
client
spoke to
is
the
here to,
landlord myself, who himself told me he was not, he was actively holding those checks and refusing to put them in my account. I've been trying to pay rent since July after they
Oh,
received the 36.
time out, back up, back up. I don't mean to cut y'all off with, there's points where I need clarification for myself. So you said who's holding the checks, Ms. Williams?
So I don't know who it is because I don't have an actual phone number. Everything is through email. So when I contacted them by email because I was confused as to why eviction was filed, I asked them, I said, well, everything that has been committed to has been mailed in because it's not here. It's in California. Everything has to be mailed in. He verified because one of the checks I had to send myself, so I did it certified
What
mail.
check was that?
It was for $1,500 from Michigan Works.
Okay, where's the $700 check?
It's two separate checks, one for 400 and one for 300. They were coming from Birmingham First Church and Saint Damian's.
Judge, I do see in the ledger, and my witness would testify on 7/2, there was a check mailed KM. It says there's a note for 1,500 there. That was the last check I show in this ledger posted. Prior to that, there's a check on 6/26 from Christian Community Response Team for $1,000. And then there was a check on 6/24, or a payment by Stripe for $3,621. So, Judge, when I filed, like I said, I accounted for the $1,000 and $3,621.61. The other one, I mean, and still, even if I would have known about it, I filed this before that check posted, still isn't sufficient to cover the amount that was a consent judgment. I don't have any other checks. Those are, Miss Williams has some other checks that we want to ask Keith about. We can do that, but I don't have anything else reflected in the ledger, Judge.
All right.
So yeah, when I contacted them by email, because I was confused because I did get, in which they told me that I could provide the commitment letters. This is from them through email, and they would post it in my account until they received the checks, which is why I was so confused. And even in July, since the month of July, I have been trying to pay rent. I have not, I've been blocked from paying rent. So I would not have had a balance,
So,
even in
Judge,
July when we filed.
Your
I'm
Honor,
sitting here with $3,277.35.
if
And we have no clue, and I don't even have a ledger, so
we could get current with that
That's-
today, my client probably wouldn't proceed with the set out, of course. I mean, we can ask Keith. Do you mind if I ask him, Your Honor?
you may start, state your name for the record and who you represent.
Keith Matthew, representing SFR3.
All right, can someone upload a ledger next time, because all these numbers and
Certainly.
In
Thank
which
you.
Mr.
Come on, Ms.
Matthew,
Williams, relax. I want to talk to Mr. Matthew. So, sir, what does the ledger reflect, and what do you have?
Currently, I show the balance owed as of today is $4,793.03. As far as the payments that were mailed, we do have 2 mailed-in payments that have posted to the account. Like our attorney mentioned.
What are those payments?
$1,500, which was mailed in and posted for July 2nd. And then
Okay.
also $1,000, which was mailed in and posted for June 26th. Besides those 2 payments, there was a payment online for June 24th for $3,621.61. Outside of those 3 payments, we have no other payments currently on hold for the account anywhere.
All right, so the court has 1568 that we're going to send to you. So that should take that 479303 number down to $3,277.35. Now, Ms. Williams, how are you gonna make this up? Just $3,277. What do
So
you
I
have on hand in cash right now? Just answer that question. What do you have on in hand on cash right now?
Right now I have 600. I would have to call, which I've confirmed with Saint Damian as well as Birmingham First, that they have sent off those payments. So
What payments?
so those were the two checks. One was for 400 and one was for 300. So this was what was accepted in my consent judgment, in which I have the email in which they stated that they would receive these payments. Now, before, if the portal had been open before he filed, I had payment to bring zero balance, but my payment was refused. So I'm confused as to I'm being punished for eviction when I had payment. They blocked me from
So,
payment.
all right. So, and I don't mean to go past that point. I'm trying to get to a solution that keeps you there and keep them paid. So let's take for what you're saying for fact that you could pay 600 today and 700 is on its way from the different support organizations. You still have $1,977.35 remaining.
Which I could have paid, and I'm not even gonna lie, because of this, I have been looking for places. I've paid $600 in application fees in the last 2 weeks, in which their ledger is off. Right now, I have proof they put on my ledger. I can't get another place because they put on my ledger that I was $88,000 behind in rent. I have not lived here long enough to owe $88,000, nor have I damaged the property. So I can't go anywhere else because my ledger is showing I owe $88,000 in rent, and I can upload that.
That's fine. So this is what we'll do. I'm gonna adjourn this 2 weeks. $3,277.35 needs to be in the hands of the plaintiff and credit for, or I'm gonna have to deny your motion to stay proceedings. I'm gonna give you a couple weeks to get that in hand and reach out
Okay,
to
are
some
they able to
organizations.
unlock the portal so I can
Well,
make the payments?
Can I interrupt and propose something? Assuming Mr. Matthew is fine with this, if this would help facilitate closure and finality for everybody, because my client is out of town, I will be the conduit to take the check. I'm local. If she wants to bring certified funds or a money order to me, my office is in Royal Oak. Let me finish, please. To Royal Oak, I will be more than happy to take them, photocopy them, send them to Mr. Matthew, and mail them to my client, if that would help everybody.
So originally, that was
Ms.
what the
Williams,
agency asked to
Ms.
do
Williams, Ms.
and was
Williams,
denied.
listen, Ms. Williams, this is what you're going to do. So I don't care what agency, whoever, if Jesus didn't say it, Judge Bowie said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to do exactly what he says, because you don't need to be fighting over how you want things, because your back is against the wall here, and they're trying to help you, and I'm trying to work with you. This could all end. I can
Okay.
end this all today. All right, so 3,277.35. Now you said 600 you got in hand, 700 of, so you're gonna do that 600. So you don't have to worry about $700 of that. So you're just responsible for, let me put the 1,977.35 plus the 600 you owe. So you got to get them 2,577.35. And like I said, the $700 you said is already mailed off. It's in the mail. We'll figure that out. Okay.
Okay.
So
2 weeks. We're all set. Same time, same place, Zoom.
Miss Williams, I invite you to call me. I invite you to.
I'll put you three in the breakout room.
Oh, okay, thank you.
The 31st. Yes. All right. And when you're done with
The
the breakout
breakout
room,
room
you're free to
started as
leave
well?
you're free to leave the meeting.